Few years from now, no one will be asking you what degree you have. They will only ask you what skills you have. Programmer Analyst is just a designation which Cognizant give, and Data Analyst which defines your job. Fourth semester only, I had decided that I will choose Python as my primary language. Cognizant offer that is 4 LPA, so I was offered a higher package than that, which is pretty good, I can see. No, not at all. Communication skill plays an important role. See, recession is something which is not in employee's hand, because company runs through employees only. The salary risk which can be any, depending upon what skills he or she persists. For this, recession can be the reason, because slowly the recession is ending, we can say. So product-based company is more focused on a single tool, and they train you and skill up you on that particular tool only. During my internship, I was trained on big data. It was very much important. Like I had also mentioned it in my resume. So like you invest 2 years of your life for having a degree, and then to get apart from that, I think if I focused more on developing a skill, I can get much more package.
Today, we have a special guest, Ms. Shreya Deshmukh, who graduated with a Bachelor of Technology degree in Computer Science and Engineering from the Government College of Engineering, Amravati. She made waves during her college days with her notable publication, Search Web by Image. Currently, Shreya is working as a Programmer Analyst at Cognizant, where she is constantly learning new technologies and methodologies. She is passionate about tackling challenges and thrives in creative environment. Let's welcome Ms. Shreya Deshmukh. Hi Shreya ma'am, how are you?
I'm good, hi Chaitanya. How about you?
I am too good. Thank you so much for asking. First of all, I would like to thank you for coming to my podcast, and the knowledge you are going to share us with today with us, that will be really valuable for all the students and aspirants who want to become a programmer analyst in future.
Pleasure is all mine.
So, Shreya ma'am, first point I want to discuss with you is like about your educational background and professional journey. How was your educational background and how was your professional journey going on? We want to know more about the education journey, also professional journey.
I completed my BTech from Government College of Engineering, Amravati. Since then, I have been working with Cognizant Technology Solutions as a Programmer Analyst.
So,
Yeah.
as you say, as Programmer Analyst, while going through your LinkedIn profile, I saw that you are the Programmer Analyst, that I saw this type of job role for the first time in my entire life. So, we want to know more about what is the Programmer Analyst actually do, and what is your job role as a Programmer Analyst, because many of the students or aspirants do the courses of Data Analytics or Data Science bootcamp, and we don't know more about the Programmer Analyst. Is this role is depend upon the developer part or the data scientist part?
At Cognizant, Programmer Analyst is the designation which they give to a person who has actually had a 1 year of experience in it. But as I had joined as a Gen Z Next candidate, so I was directly promoted to PA. That is Programmer Analyst designation. And when a new joinee joins Cognizant, he or she joins as a PAT, that is Programmer Analyst trainee. So it's just the designation which Cognizant gave to its associates. And it has nothing to do with what role they assign. It can be a developer and support any.
Okay, so you means to that data analyst or programmer analyst is the same position, right? Or it's different?
No, it's different.
So I want to know what is the difference between the data analyst and programmer analyst? Is that same or it's totally different? Or how similar it is in it?
Programmer analyst is just a designation which Cognizant give, and data analyst which defines your job. So I am a programmer analyst, but I am a DevOps engineer working at Cognizant. Tools which I used over here is like Python, AWS, Terraform, GitHub. All this comes under the DevOps engineering part.
Okay, it's related about the developer part, right?
Yeah, right.
It's not about the analytical part.
Yeah, right.
So
I started off as an analyst during my college days, but after joining Cognizant, I switched it to the DevOps engineering part.
Okay, Shreya ma'am. So, at what point of your life and or what point of in your college that you get interested in analytics field, that you get to know that yes, I want to become a programmer analyst, or you are just going with the flow?
So actually, I was always driven towards the new technologies. So even when I was in college, apart from learning fundamental languages like C, CPP and Java, I was much more fascinated with Python language. During my fourth semester only, I had decided that I will choose Python as my primary language. And since then, I was just researching more and more about data. Where does a Python developer stands and what a Python developer does? So I come across data. Then I had started analyzing data and had done some internship in it. That's how my journey started of being a data analyst to data engineer and DevOps engineer.
I want to know that how was your job application process? What tips and tricks you followed while applying for the job, or how was your interview process, and what things you keep in mind while going through your interview?
Cognizant was, I think, the second company which came to our college, and they were earlier hiring for the Gen Z Next candidate, as I said, which is the higher package than the base package which Cognizant offered, that is 4 LPA. So I was offered a higher package than that, which is pretty good, I can see. The job application process was much simple. Cognizant asked us, we were asked to submit our resume. The Cognizant follow very simple job process for Gen Z Next candidate. First, we need to submit our resume. So as we all know that resume plays a very important role in every job hiring process. One thing which I keep in mind is that my resume should have a match with the job description which Cognizant is hiring for. Like I had applied for a Python developer role. So my resume was much more oriented towards what Python developer do. So I have mentioned all the project, like what data science project I had done, all the internship which I have done, all that have been, I had mentioned it in my resume. Apart from that, my resume has been shortlisted. Later, they were having the technical coding round. So there were 4 coding questions in there and 2 DBMS questions. So that was the technical coding round. And later, I was selected for an interview and the whole process has gone.
Okay, so you get selected through a campus selection program or the campus program.
Yeah. It was campus placement.
In which year you get selected?
2021.
So-
Actually, at that time, I was in my 3rd year. I joined Cognizant in 2022.
Okay, let's come to that selection part about the 2021. So, Shreya ma'am, how was your view when you selected in a Cognizant in 2021? And how was the right now situation going on about the campus selection through Cognizant? Do you have any idea? Like,
The campus selection is much more similar only, but when I was selected, it was COVID time, so my interview and all the process were online. I was at home. As of now, it's like the company visits the campus, hire students from campus only. At my time, it was online, so that's the only difference. But apart from it, I don't find any difference.
okay, so from your batch, how many students get selected for the Cognizant?
For Cognizant, they selected much more, but as I mentioned, I think Gen Z Next candidate were 10.
Okay,
But
okay.
if we look at overall rate, it was, I think, 120 candidates were selected.
Okay, because you are from government college, right? More about the, if you want to take the government college, you must have at least 90% of percent. And as I think that you are the true scholar student in your college days, right?
That's a very big
Yeah.
compliment. Thank you.
Yeah, because I have that. If you want to take admission for the government college, you at least
Hmm.
have 85 plus or 95 plus 90 plus percentage, right? And
Yeah,
you
right.
are the CS student, so obviously the cutoff will be more. How happy you are today with your job as a program analyst Cognizant?
I'm actually very much happy because what my job gives me is daily I have a new opportunity to learn something new. Like I don't have set of desired tasks like बस मुझे वही करना है ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. I always get a chance to learn something new, so that's really interesting and I like it.
Shreya ma'am, I want to know that if anyone wants to become a programmer analyst and he or she is non-tech background, he or she is from
Okay.
the commerce or arts background, what roadmap they should follow to become a programmer analyst? What tools, techniques, subject they should focus?
For those students who are in college, BTech students, so for them, I will say that they should focus on their academics more. Because whatsoever company comes to them, they will not ask them random questions like what is AWS, what is GitHub, or rest of it. They will ask, are they familiar with DBMS concepts, what programming language they are comfortable with, like DSA and DBMS, OOPS. These are the concepts which they should focus on more. For the college students, the one which come from the non-tech background, for them, I think if they want to become a DevOps engineer, which is my profile right now, so they should start off with learning Python programming language and being familiar with Bash shell scripting. So these are the 2 important things which they should start off. Later, they can go with learning GitHub, which is a version control tool. After that, AWS. These are the steps which they should follow, starting with Python shell scripting. Later, GitHub, as I said, AWS, then Terraform. After skilling themselves with all these tools, they can surely be a good DevOps engineer.
I want to discuss one important point, that is how you keep updated yourself in this all the process. Is there any specific book you read, or is there any specific website, YouTube channel you go through in once in a week?
I depend more on researching. Like wherever I get stuck, I go and research it. I don't actually follow a single website. I research two, three websites and then accumulate what is needed for me to go forward with. I don't follow any particular website or YouTube channel.
Tell me that how important is communication skill for to become a program analyst, because many of the students think that a job role is not about more about the communication skill, it's about our skill of programming or analytical thing. But do you think that is it true?
No, 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 not at all. Communication skill plays an important role, similar to the technical skill. You should have technical plus soft skill, both combination is important. Like, for example, if we take the example of being a data analyst, although you are good at analyzing the data and taking insights out of it, but still you should be able to tell a story out of your data to the people who are from non-technical backgrounds. Here, the communication skills plays the important role. You should be able to drive a story out of the data. So that is important.
Okay. So communication skill plays more role.
Yeah. It's absolutely important. I can say much more important than the technical skills.
Shreya ma'am, that when you enter in an industry as a
Hmm.
fresher, what was
Mm-hmm.
the competition level going on in market, and what was the competition level right now going on in market? We want to know more about the competition level enter as a fresher, as a programmer analyst or analyst we can see, and also sometimes the recession goes specific period in Cognizant, that at time the recession comes because it's a MNC company, service based company. Can you tell more about us recession also?
See, recession is something which is not in employee's hand. So we should focus more on skills like how can we be a useful resource for a company. If you're a useful resource, if you're skilled enough, none of the company will throw you out of it because company runs through employees only. And also when it comes to the competition part, again the same thing. If you upskill yourself, a person should be able to upskill himself or herself based on technologies which come nowadays. Like, for example, analyst is if you go on like the desired set of learnings which are set for a data analyst, you will be average data analyst. But you should be able to learn a new thing and automate your process through AI and machine learning tools. Always upskill yourself is one thing which will tackle both competition and recession.
Okay, so Shreya ma'am, you are working in Cognizant for 2 years and 7 months right now. In your mind, the question not came that you want to switch the company or you get bored in this company, you want to go in other, you want to explore in other company.
Usually people switch after 2 years and all, but I find Cognizant is a very well-cultured company, I can say, because it gives you a proper work-life balance. I find Cognizant very nice to work over here.
Coming to our next point, that is about the degree and skill. Nowadays, Shreya ma'am, the most of the students switching their career from the non-tech background and coming in the tech background. So they do the certification, bootcamp courses, or join the classes, and some of them get placed. Okay. So,
Mhm.
as you think that what matters the most in 2024, degrees or skills?
Degree was much more helpful earlier, but as of now, like hiring managers are much more interested if a person have a skill or not. So going forward, we will see that skills much more important role than having a degree. If you have skills, you will be placed at a good company.
Okay, so I want to know that what is the salary range in India for a programmer analyst if he or she gets as a fresher?
Initially, I would give a range. So PA can earn up to 7 to 8 lakh per annum. After I can say 2 to 3 years of experience, the salary switch can be any depending upon what skills he or she persists. So it can be 100% or it can be 200% also.
Nowadays, the MNC is giving the less salary for the freshers. Is it true?
Talking about Cognizant only, I think they have cancelled the Gen Z next criteria also. Now they just hire Gen Z candidates.
For fresher, you
Yeah.
are talking about, right?
Yeah, fresher for fresher.
because no more about the non-tech backgrounds coming into the tech background because of that.
For this, recession can be the reason because slowly the recession is ending, we can say. So they will raise the bar, but as of now, it's a bit low. Service-based companies, they hire at a very low package since
Oh,
2023.
as you are working in MNC company, what do you think that the type of company is the best like in working culture and also to gain the skills like MNC companies, startup companies?
Talking about the professional skills, product-based company, they will, I'm not much aware of it, but my friends which are working in the product-based companies, they are actually working on just one skill set. They don't have a diverse knowledge of what different tools are coming up in the market, what new technologies are coming. So product-based companies more focused on a single tool and they train you and skill up you on that particular tool only. But when it comes to service-based company here, I'm talking about MNC. So there you get the opportunity to learn various different tools and techniques, new technologies which are coming in, up in the market. This actually happens with me. Like I was much more skilled myself into data analyst during my college days. But when I entered Cognizant, during my internship, I was trained on big data technologies, that is Hadoop, Hive and all. But after joining Cognizant as a full time, I was given another new technology, that is AWS. Like MNC, this service-based MNC has given me a wide range of scope to develop my skills. And talking about startup also depends on whether it's a service-based or product-based. So that's same. Talking about the work culture. So product-based work culture is anyway good, I can say. But also it depends from company to company. Recently a news came out. Startup work culture is something one should stay away from because the pressure is much more. As it's the startup company, the pressure is much more. Service-based MNC work culture is good.
I want to know about the you have done one publication, right? Search web by
Yeah.
image. As a student, what is important to do a paper publication? Okay, because many of the student thinks like it's a waste of time or we can focus more about the taking the honor the skill or anything. But why you think that it is important to gain the skills or build the professionalism to do the paper publication?
Search web by image was my major project during my final year. My guide actually provoked me and my team to have a paper publication of our project. So it was a much new and AI driven project. They actually provoke us and help us to have a publication made of that my project. So they have actually helped through all that.
Okay, and how is it important for you?
It was very much important. Like I had also mentioned it in my resume. So it was a out of other candidate that paper publication. Like when you mention that you have published a paper on some topic, it gives you a very plus points compared to the rest of the candidates. Like what other would have see during the interview now, what you need to do is how you can stand out of the crowd. That's one point you need to do. So this patent, the publication which I have made of search web through image, so that had helped me to step out of the crowd. And my interviewer also had asked me question on it too. Like my interview was 25% driven by my major project only.
As you say that the it will step out from the crowd. Okay, it
Hmm.
is very important if you do any paper publication by going to an interview. Obviously, you get some more plus point because you have done
Hmm.
some additional thing from your curriculum. They can judge you properly that yeah, he or she will be has the more efficiency to do anything other.
It also shows the interviewer like how active you are and how proactive you are to learn new technologies and also work through it and do some innovation out of it.
So, Shreya ma'am, are you planning to do master's degree in future?
I don't want to go for master because I'm much more focused on skill. I think going for having a degree, like you invest 2 years of your life for having a degree, and then to get a like what you do, you get a job only, na. Apart from that, I think if I focused more on developing a skill, I can get much more package what I can get out of those 2 years of having a master's degree.
Okay,
So
okay,
my
okay.
main focus is on developing skill. And as I said, a few years from now, no one will be asking you what degree you have. They will only ask you what skills you have. Skills will be much more valuable than any degree.
Yeah, the important point is said that once you complete a master, then also if you want to do the job, that will be the not the proper decision. if you want to do the job. If you want to start any startup or want to do something out of the box, then it is better to do the masters.
Yeah, or if you want to become a scholar, like if you want to do some researching, if you want to become a scientist, I can say. So then it's okay if you go for masters and start learning new things and all. Apart from this, for job, it's okay if you go for and have a good skill set.
So Shreya ma'am, what is the one mistake you done in your professional journey and what you learned from it?
Actually, I haven't done any mistake. I can say I take decision like after thinking long, I can say. I was also selected through campus only at Samsung, but I rejected the offer because they were offering me a Java developer role. And if I had took that, it will actually have shifted my career path. I always want to become a Python developer. Actually wanted to drive my career path towards AI and machine learning. So I found that joining Samsung won't be much more good for me. So that one thing which was a tough decision for me to make, like joining Samsung or not, it was eventually came out as a, I can say, blessing in disguise.
Talking with you, like I get noticed that one thing that nowadays, if you want to become a data scientist or data analytics, it's the skills you want to. It's not just about the primary skills, like basic. When I entered industry, that time the basic skills I want that about the studying of Python, Excel, Power, data visualization tool,
Hmm.
statistics, machine learning, deep learning, NLP. Then little part about it. But nowadays you have to learn about the AWS also.
AWS also offers use the analytical services, but I have mentioned AWS for DevOps engineering part.
Okay, for DevOps engineering. Okay, so Shreya ma'am, my last question is to you that what
Hmm.
advice you want to give to all the students and aspirants who want to become a data analyst or programmer analyst in future to build a successful career?
Always being keen to learn new technologies. That's the key mantra, I can say. Apart from this, whatever we have discussed, that's already important, like what skill set they need to develop. Along with technical, soft skills are also important. All that is important.
Shreya ma'am, first of all, I would thank you for coming to my podcast and sharing a valuable knowledge to our audience. This conversation will be really helpful for all the aspirants or the students who want to enter in the industry. So thank you so much for coming to my podcast.
Pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Yes, yes, yes. Please let me know in the comment which guest would you like to see on this podcast and any specific topics you would like us to discuss with them. We will try to bring those guests and ask your questions so you will get more helpful information. Before you go, share this episode with someone. It might really help them because one conversation can change a person's life, giving them a new idea and direction. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe to my channel. See you in next video.